remarkable scenes. Who would have thought Michael Vaughan, David Warner joining me here still. The autopsy on this is going to go long, Vaughan. It's going to go for a while, but we might have a look at that last session there. Australia, again, dominant, 2 for 205. The IG share trading session tracker. I mean, we talk about Bazball, but they were going at over 7 and over. Vaughnie?
Yeah, they gave England a little bit of their own medicine. It was genius from Travis Head. I thought Jay Weatherall looked nice as well. He played some good strokes, so it was good to see him get his first few test runs. And Marnus Labuschagne came out there. There was a bit of confrontation at the start, and he was nice and busy, but that's damaging. That's damaging. What Australia have just done to England in that last few hours, it's going to damage them for the rest of the series, I reckon.
It's going to make for some interesting reading in the tabloids back home tomorrow. Let's have a look at the Harvey Norman highlights. We're going to focus on a man that was, well, he was asked about out of position in the first innings, Davey, due to Usman's injury, but he got back into that familiar number 3, and he played a terrific supporting role.
Yeah, he did, and he was just all class. You know, he was out for the last couple of months, and he's been asked to go away and score some runs, and he's piled on those Shield runs and one-day runs, and he just looked like he was back where he belongs in Australian colours, playing Test cricket for Australia, and it was strokes all around the park. He sealed it there. There was another one-hand shot there. He's been playing some tennis, but this one here to bring up his 50. I'm just so chuffed for him. When you're on the back end of being dropped, you've been asked to go away and score some runs. It can be challenging, but the way he's come back strong is fantastic.
Where's it all sit for Usman at the moment? Obviously, they'll have to check his fitness, but his mindset, where's the positioning? Is Travis Head an option up the top?
Yeah, look, obviously he's a very, very close friend of mine, but at the end of the day, reality can, you know, hit, and these little misfortunes here with his back, it can put a damper on that and give that opportunity to someone else. But look, I still think he plays the next Test match. Can Travis Head open down the track? We were thinking about that in 2022, 23. But at that time, we didn't have that person down the middle to take it on, and that's why Travis Head was there. So, look, they've got Cameron Green, they've got Bo Webster, who could come back in if Uzzie's not fit. So, look, as we see him there, just ambling off a little bit. I don't know how severe that back injury is. It could be just a spasm, but there is 2 weeks to the next game. It is a home test for Usman Khawaja, but there is going to have to be some thinking there from the selectors whether or not to keep pursuing with Travis Head after that knock.
Yeah, he's got a couple of weeks to get that back sorted out. Vaughnie, yesterday, Scott Boland, he didn't settle. England have spoken about being aggressive against him, taking him on. Let's have a wickets recap. Thanks to Rexona, he got himself into the Ashes today. This was the one that started the rot.
Yeah, that's a good ball. Ben Doggett just after lunch when England were dominating, and then that's a poor shot. Ollie Pope, he just channeled him, and it's a drive that he doesn't need to be playing in these conditions. Harry Brook on naught again, a big drive wide of the off stump, not a half volley. So 2 mistakes from 2 quality players in Pope and Brook, and that's Gus Atkinson just trying to get a few last runs. But Boland was better today. He was poor yesterday, didn't find his rhythm. He found that rhythm, and look, this England side sometimes are quite easy to bowl to because you just dangle the carrot, and today he dangled that carrot, and they ate it.
Smile on your face over there.
You're
loving it.
love it.
Well, I tell you who did love stepping up and taking all the responsibility. With Cummins out, with Hazelwood out, it was Mitchell Starc. It means so much to him, as it does for all the players that played for Australia, but he set the tone right there. The very first wicket in the first over yesterday. Seems like a lot longer than that, doesn't it? But went on 7 in the first, 3 in the second. He backed it up. What a warrior. What a true champion.
He's world class. He really is, and he stepped up yesterday when Australia needed him most. And you look at his story of turning down so much money in the IPL to play Test match cricket, and he's been the star for Australia. Of course, Travis Head's innings today will get headlines tomorrow, but Australia aren't winning this week without Mitchell Starc. He was exceptional.
Yeah, it was, well, this was extraordinary. That was the pair for Zach Crawley. Athleticism from a man so tall, and, well, Joe, it was a bit of a loose one. And then he got the captain twice in a match, and that's 11 times now for Mitchell Starc on top of Ben Stokes, Davey. So he's going to, well, and he's heading to Brisbane with a pink ball.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And whereas his figures are ridiculous with the pink ball,
I didn't realise it could get any worse.
Yeah, but, like, you know, Mitchell Starc, you know, I've seen it time and time again, but that pink ball in his hand's going to be you know, a challenge for England in itself. But you know, I feel for Ben Stokes. I had Brody as my nightmare. Now he's got Mitchell Starc. Yeah. So, look, it's going to be a challenge for the rest of the series, I think.
And it was a memorable debut for Brendan Doggett. He came out on day 1. He picked up a couple of wickets in his first time at the bowling crease, and then he came back again. He ends up with 5 across a debut win. Memorable moments. He'll be cherishing every bit of it.
I'd like to know how many wickets he's got with the short stuff throughout his career, but he picked up most of his wickets in this test with bowling short. That was a key wicket. Jamie Smith today, he was looking pretty good. There's Bryden Carsh trying to ramp him into the stand, but I actually like what I saw from Brendan Doggett. You know, he had a little bit of zip. His first over or 2 in Test cricket yesterday looked absolutely fantastic. He got the ball moving around more than most of the Australians, and he's had a good start. He's got 5 wickets, and he's got a Test match victory.
So I guess you flip back to the England side, and we've spoken about the negatives, I guess the batting and the fact that they opened the door for Australia, but the bowling, that was positive. Yesterday they were world-class, Davey. All the bowling unit as a group, and it was Ben Stokes who got the reward.
Yeah, they were fantastic. The way that they started, they put the ball in the right areas, asked questions of the Australian batters. But Ben Stokes just comes on and takes 5 wickets in his first spell. It's incredible. What can't the man do? But today he didn't have anyone to follow that up. They didn't put the ball in the right areas for long enough. They didn't test the Australians. But that there is world class from the England cricket team. They have to replicate what they did there the first innings, going into Brisbane with that pink ball. But can they back it up in that second innings with the ball and stick to a plan and just one plan? It doesn't matter who's open the batting.
Yeah, we've all felt that he is going to be vitally important for England to get the results here in Australia on this tour. So a positive for him, but you'll push that aside. Those individual accolades, no doubt about that. So plenty of time to think about it, Vaughanie. What do you think they'll go? Will they go and work hard? Will they do the traditional method and go to the nets, or are they hitting the golf course?
Well, they've got 3 days to get on the course, so no doubt they'll say that. I just hope they're sensible. I hope they're reasonable to suggest that, you know, there's a 2-day game in Canberra. It's a day-night game with the pink ball. If England don't think that's good preparation to go and play a pink ball game against Starc and Co in Brisbane, if they don't play that 2-day game on the back of losing here in 2 days, I know that the kind of plan is to play the Lions in that game. If this England side don't think that it's good preparation to go and play a pink ball game, to play a pink ball game, they're absolutely stupid. I'm not unreasonable, and I'm not a dinosaur to suggest that England should play a pink ball game. Just 2 days. It's not a 4-day game. It's 2 days in Canberra. Go and play those 2 days. Just get the view of the pink ball under the lights. It might just give them a better chance of coming back. If they go and play golf for 7 or 8 days and go on the beaches, they can do that over the course of the next few days. They've got 3 days off that they didn't thought they were going to have. Make sure they go and play that pink ball. It's preparation. The cricketers go and play a bit of cricket.
I suspect you'll be doing the golf and
I won't be playing anything with a pink ball.
The beaches for sure, I'm sure. Australia, what do? Tell us when a test match finishes early, David. Does everyone just disperse, get some days at home, valuable days at home, or do you go to Brisbane early as a group?
Yeah, look, firstly they'll go in there and they'll celebrate, sing that song. They might even come out here to sing that song. But yeah, look, some of them will probably go home. They've got 3 or 4 days off now. A couple of guys who live in Brisbane, they'll definitely go home. And it's just upon each individual as well how they want to prepare. And as you just said, Vaughanie, there's likelihood that 2 of those or 3 of those guys in there will want to go and have a hit and an early hit. But yeah, look, they'll probably go home, spend some time with their families, and just chill out and try and not dwell on what's happened here too much. Just focus on the next game.
There you can see the second test starts December 4th, so about 12 days or so. So there's a fair chunk of time for everyone to ponder over that. Something you can ponder over tomorrow in the Sunday papers. Have a look out for the Backyard Cricket Guide. There you go. I think a few of us have contributed to that. It was about the rules of the backyard game, where it all starts in this country. In fact, Travis said this was his backyard today. Yeah. That's what it felt like. It was an amazing innings. But see that tomorrow in the Sunday papers. It's where it all begins, the journey to the baggy green. Well, you enjoy your time off. Thank you. To you. It's been wonderful. Thank you for your company in what's been a remarkable 8-wicket victory for Australia. They go 1-0 up. They draw first blood. It's been wonderful to bring you all the sights and sounds of this Ashes. We thank you for your viewership. We'll see you in Brisbane.